How about now? Now you're supposed to hear me. I don't know why OBS does this. I don't know why it just deletes preferences. For no fucking reason, it seems. So what I was saying to myself, apparently, is that I'm finally being granted my wish of being an indistinguishable genderless blob, because my voice now sounds very non-binary, I think. It's going lower because I keep yelling at carnists for the past 2 weeks or so. So it's becoming more bravado-ish, I think. But tell me what you think. It's definitely lower, and I definitely can hear myself as if I'm smoking again, I guess. How have you been doing? Tell me how your day went. I, generally speaking, kind of chilled. I didn't do much today. I did feel a little guilty about it, but also like I need a break. So I played Path of Exile badly, as usual. Fucked it up, as usual. Fucked up my build even more. And I cooked myself a stew. It came out delicious. And I did a little bit of prepared a few posts for my Instagram account, and now I'm live talking to you guys. So a break is always good. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I'm kind of run down, for several reasons. But screaming at carnists is also a hard job. Anyways, if there are carnists lurking, you can come and say hi. This chat is safe for you. Cooking mock duck, gochujang. That sounds good. Jesus, I want Tone to invite me for dinner. Seriously, I want to try what you are cooking. Always, everything sounds amazing. Mock duck. I never tried mock duck. I want to try mock duck. I never tried duck, I think. So I wouldn't know if it's accurate or something, but I bet it's delicious. Right. Allergies. It's Satan. So just Satan. How do you prepare seitan mock duck? Which is, and how is it different from like seitan chicken, I guess? Do you just add more fat, supposedly? Prepared from a tin. Yeah, I heard of the thing existing. I heard of like tinned mock duck existing in the world. It's not available to me. Which is funny when I outreach and carnists are like, "Oh, you're so privileged." I have relatively little. I don't know. I guess it's enough. It's a lot, and whatever I do have, I very rarely eat anyways. But there are like all these amazing vegan mock foods in the world, and I don't have access to them. Yeah, what's up, Dennis? Right. So, shall we do some precision fermentation reading? I have a few things prepared right here. Up. I am myself not very prepared. I have not read it. Anyway, sorry to say. This probably should move here. That's good. Definitely losing my voice, guys. I don't even know. Right. Does that look good? And we're gonna make it larger, obviously, because otherwise you can't read. And like that. Oh, wish I prepared before going live. Not much debates in chat because I'm gaming. Yeah. Well, thank the fuck. Sorry. It's just, I'm out debated. Even today, people keep like, I'm now becoming somehow a person to be debated, even amongst vegans. So vegans keep sending me questions as well. And I'm like, well, this is my opinion. There you go. But then, Martin, haven't seen you in a while, I think, except in Chip's chat. So, how are you? You just responded to me. Well, I'll get to it at some point. I also need to rest at some point, Dennis. But I will get to it, I promise. I don't like completely ignoring people. Tiring for me too because my notification full of vegans saying stuff to me. Well, Dennis, this is easily solvable. Very easily. Stop being a piece of shit. Join vegan. And, don't do vegan activism because, I don't know, you might be shit at it at first. Goes both ways. No, I don't think it does. It could. I can give you the symmetry breaker that would make me stop being vegan. I'm not dogmatic, right? If you prove to me that animals are not sentient, that animals that we farm are not sentient, I'm gonna be on my first flight to China to eat dog steak. For real, for real. If somebody can prove to me that animals are not sentient, I can't feel pain and fear and joy and love and curiosity and all this stuff, I'm on my first flight to eat that sweet, sweet dog steak. Seriously. Somebody break me out of this dogmatic compassion. There's the other piece of... Well, the other piece of shit, I think he joined quite a few... Discords, and I think that's his new place. I think I saw Alpha Caros in quite a few Discords. I'm guessing arguing vegans with vegans, I don't know. I don't know how he could. Yeah, a dog will whine if you accidentally step on his paw. Exactly. But hey, Bianca could be some kind of a non-sentient response, right? If somebody proves it to me, god damn it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I do want dog meat. But it's just like the dogs are sentient, and therefore I feel morally obliged to not kill them for my pleasure. But if they're not sentient somehow, and there is like convincing evidence for it, book me a flight to China immediately. Or to Belgium, I guess. Isn't the Belgium like also like sell a lot of dog meat? Yeah, dog bacon though, yeah. It's probably fucking delicious, isn't it? Why are dogs made of meat? I guess he'll collect blocks. The Discord on which he's arguing with vegans, vegans don't generally block there. I have blocked just like exactly one person on Discord. And it's if I mention him, I lose subscribers. Isn't it weird? It's because I think he subscribed to me with like 10,000 alts or something. And every time I mention him, my subs decrease. He thinks I'm stressed about it. He doesn't know that I already gave up on this channel. So it's Red, the farmer. And I blocked him because he's a waste of my time. He wasted a lot of my time. He burned me out. And I'm frankly, today I would be much better equipped to deal with the motherfucker because he's a gish galloper. So gish gallopers are always hard to deal with because they just like, they talk and move on into a next subject like immediately. And then they talked for like 10 minutes, mentioned 40 things, and then you're left like dealing with that shit. And that's how he debates. He's not right. He's just a fucking farmer who is either in some way or another motivated to burn out vegan activists. And he keeps doing this to vegan activists. So he's blocked. He's still in the Discord servers in which I frequent. But nobody else. On the other hand, the carnists block me all the time. The carnists block me all the time. If somebody saw yesterday's stream, there was this guy who was like poking at Felek. He said, I can do more push-ups than you because I eat meat, even though I never work out. So Felek did like 3 overhead push-ups, right? So it's upside down, head down push-ups, which is like the hardest thing to do in the world. And then he did 5 incline negative push-ups, which are like, I saw grown men sobbing trying to do negative push-ups even without the incline, and Felek did that. What a fucking fantastic example of a vegan. And then this guy was like for 40 push-ups, and it was like, and I said, well, those are crappy push-ups and I can do more push-ups than yours. And then I filmed myself doing even worse push-ups than him and sent it to him. So yesterday was funny. And then he blocked me because I did more push-ups than him. Aren't negatives easier than regular? Absolutely not. You have to like go way, 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 way low. And then you have to come back from that. That shit is hard. And if you see Dennis, I don't know at what, it was somewhere after 3 hours of streaming, I think. Felek put his feet on a bench, on the workout bench. He put like special like hooks for negative push-ups, and the incline was incredible. It was like, I think, like about 30 degrees. And he did 5 of those push-ups. After working out for an hour, after doing overhead push-ups, he did those push-ups. It's fucking my hero in so many ways. Are you guys subscribed to Felek? Because we're going to start in a second. I apologize. But I think everybody should fucking subscribe to Felek, because when I don't stream, he streams. And sometimes we stream together. So let me find him. Blah, blah, blah. There you go. Please go subscribe to Felek if you like outreach videos. He also does other stuff. He puts more stuff in there sometimes. Right. Precision fermentation. Simply explained. I haven't read any of this, so prepare for struggling. Precision fermentation uses microbial hosts to produce a particular end product. Other terms used for precision fermentation are bacterial and microbial fermentation. I understand why they chose precision as the representative, because people will cope about the fact that it's bacterial and microbial, despite them themselves being sacks of bacteria. Precision fermentation is used in a variety of ways in both the food industry and pharmaceutical industry to produce biopharmaceuticals. I'm sorry. I almost thought it said biopharmaceuticals, which would be weird. In this article, we discuss what precision fermentation is and dive into its various aspects, including the precision fermentation process, the rapidly growing fermentation market, precision fermentation as a food technology, or as a technology for advanced therapies, as the challenges in precision fermentation manufacturing. So why are we talking about this? We're talking about this because after we do a little bit of research of what precision fermentation is, I'll show you which foods are going to be replaced by precision fermentation, hopefully, if they're successful. Process explained. The main distinction between precision fermentation and fermentation is that microorganisms used in precision fermentation are designed to create a particular end product. Isn't that cool? Precision fermentation is a more advanced kind of metabolic fermentation, where living organisms convert organic chemicals from the feedstock into usable components. So, for instance, some bacteria can intake like sugars, carbohydrates, and poop out protein. Isn't that cool? With the help of certain enzymes, a lot of biomass is produced. The microbes are multiplied and bred in small factories. The target product is recovered and refined to produce a functional product once a critical mass has been reached. Collaboration between teams from fermentation, downstream processing, purification and strain engineering is essential to the process. So I would like to know what feedstock they use, right? So a lot of people cry, well, whoa, what are we going to do with the hay? What are we going to do with the food we don't eat and all that stuff? I think it can be turned into feedstock. I think it can be put back into the food production, but not through sentient beings, but through bacteria, and producing hopefully better, cleaner, healthier products. And of course, as I said already, no sentient beings are going to be exploited and killed for it, is the hope. One application of precision fermentation is the production of chymosin, a type of rennet that is used to make cheese. Rennet, remember, is the stomach of a baby calf. I think it's a good thing to replace with a non-baby calf stomach type situation. I don't know. That's just me. That's just what I think. Besides the food industry, precision fermentation is also used in biopharma. Dennis, question. If precision fermentation successfully creates similar or exact product to what you eat right now on your stupid carnivore diet, are you gonna switch to precision fermentation? Is a good question. What are we doing? Yeah, besides the food industry, precision fermentation is also used in biopharma, the production of small complex molecules such as bioconjugates, like ADCs, antibody drug conjugates, is driving the growth of the precision fermentation market. That's cool. So they're taking a technology that already exists and is progressing in one industry and they're applying it to another industry. I do raw carnivore. It's different to carnivore. Yeah, it's stupider. Now just not just a raw version of it, like another vegan mistook it for earlier this week. Can you answer my question though? Precision fermentation market is rapidly growing. The market for precision fermentation is expanding and its development trajectory is impressive. The market, which estimates to be worth this many millions in 2021, is projected to expand at a phenomenal 38.73%. Great. This rapid expansion can be linked to a number of factors, including rising consumer demand for renewable energy and initiative for environmentally friendly food and drink items, veganism movements with less dairy products. That's written very poorly and inaccurately, and dairy proteins, and the demand for cutting-edge pharmaceutical treatments. Precision fermentation technology provides inputs for more effective and consistent production of goods. Let's see if Dennis answered my question. I don't know enough about it. I gave you all the information that you need. I said, if it produces similar or exact product that you're eating right now that involves slaughter of cows, would you switch? Alpha Carus is here. Alpha Carus, I wanted to ask, is it you who joined the Discord where I usually frequent? Because there's somebody in there with a different name, but your picture. But I guess it's like a picture of like some kind of a anime or something, right? Same in every aspect. Well, the micronutrients are the same and the taste and texture is the same. I don't know what else you could mean. It doesn't come from a slaughtered cow, so it might have less blood in it. Or I guess no blood. But it could be like replaced with, again, you know, taste and texture would be the same. Yes, it's you, yeah. Funny, I never saw you there at the same time as I'm there. Interesting. Right. This is since the process is managed and optimized for maximum output, guaranteeing that the outcome fulfill the required criteria. Do you know, guys, why it actually would be so much more, putting ethics aside, why it would be so much more efficient to create precision fermentation foods than naturally grown foods, whatever that means, right? Well, it's because bacteria don't move, don't think, don't grow in size, right? As far as I know. If I don't understand something in biology, please educate me. But as far as I know, they just don't spend calories on the stuff that sentient beings usually spend calories on, like thinking, right? Because as humans, we spend like most of our calories on our brains, don't we? The rest of our body is kind of very efficient. But supposedly like animals also spend maybe less calories, or maybe maybe more. We don't know. Maybe their brains need more calories than ours. But we know that the end result is that somewhere between 10 and 25% of calories that were consumed are then produced by slaughtering those animals. So that's why even people who don't give a shit about animals should probably switch to precision fermentation if it's available to them. But it sounds like it would be a good replacement for cooked animal products, but if it replicates raw animal products too, I see no reason to avoid it. Well, why would you? What would be your motivation to not avoid it? What would be your motivation for switching? I would love to know. Right, this is since the process is managed to optimize maximum output, guaranteeing that the outcome fulfills the requirement criteria. The precision fermentation has become a popular choice for fermentation companies and startups in the food system, beverage and pharmaceutical industry because of its consistency and dependability, which has aided in the market's expansion. So supposedly the nutritional value is going to be more precise as well. Precision, because right now, like, I was thinking about this the other day. We have absolutely no reason to think that grass-fed animals have the same amount of protein in their muscle as grain-fed animals. Because grass has generally, like, less protein, right? I think. Even if, like, the consumption is, increased in case of grass per volume, it's probably can have like less protein, right? So I don't know. I don't know if you can say that a grass-fed steak has the same amount of protein as grain-fed steak. So maybe people who think they get a lot of protein actually don't. I don't know. I'm just guessing here, right? Could be something interesting to look into. That's assuming it replicates all the aspects for me to have no moral problem too. I have to take your word there. Well, I'm asking why though. Is it a lab needs less space than a barn with 1,000 animals and the other spaces where animals get slaughtered and processed and where the food is stored? I'm going to add on your stuff, Bianca. The food is stored, the animals have to be raped somewhere, so that's a separate barn, I suppose. So yeah, like a bunch of space can be absolutely spared for this. Well, as you know, I see no moral difference between consuming plants and non-human animals. I know, minimizing pain. I still don't know why, but I haven't checked out your last answer to me. Minimizing pain and stress to match plants not feeling those, but absolutely, minimizing pain and stress to match plants not feeling those. I don't understand what you're saying there. You don't see the difference, I know, minimizing pain and stress. Oh, so your intention, your motivation to switch into precision fermentation beef, for instance, would be to minimize the pain and stress of sentient animals. Have I got that right, Dennis? Plants don't feel pain, so you don't mind killing the animal at pain and stress. Do you kill the animals yourself, Dennis? It's not how that works. Their muscles just grow slower in grass. Oh, okay. Are you sure? Because I don't know. Why grass-fed cows usually eat 1 year longer? They don't. Only like 4 months, I think. 4 to 6 months. They don't grow as fast, yeah. But how do we know? Oh, I understand what you're saying. You're saying doesn't matter. It's like whatever space, like this muscle, if I ate grass and if I ate other things, if I ate like actual like grain and protein, this muscle per centimeter would have the same amount of protein. It would just be less of it, or it would take longer to develop. Ask ChatGPT or Google Scholar or something. Yeah. It's just something I think about. I don't know if ChatGPT will have the answer because, well, I'm going to have to look into it. That's just a hypothesis. We'll see if it pans out. If not, that's fine. That happens. I'm not married to it. It's fine. Ours were grass-fed except for winter. They still only lived 18 months. Interesting. The pain and stress thing was to precisely explain how I support to eat animals because I don't equate all killing ways. I'm asking, why are you so bad at answering questions? Do you kill your own animals, Dennis? Jesus Christ. Right. Precision fermentation involves the use of genetically modified oh my god, GMOs. Holy shit. There's nothing wrong with it. Use genetically modified microorganisms to produce high-value compounds such as proteins, enzymes, and other bioactive molecules. Precision fermentation is a sustainable and cost-effective approach to create a wide range of products with diverse applications, from plant-based meat to alternative plant-based meat alternatives. I think they're making a mistake here, calling it a plant-based meat alternative. It's still, I understand. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe it would be plant-based, basically. To drugs and vaccines. Precision fermentation technology is being applied in the food and biopharmaceutical markets. Learn more about the following paragraphs. Guys, we need to start debunking the GMO shit immediately. To support precision fermentation. Because I told you, lab meat is nice, but I think precision fermentation is the future. And if all kinds of plonkers will go, oh my god, it's GMO, with no rhyme and reason behind it, I think we should, help them out of the, oh my god, no GMO cult. You don't, but I sourced it from 2 farmers who I know does it personally, and I know their process for it. I do want to start doing it myself, but I need a license for it. Yeah, you need a license to be a killer. So how do you know that the animals don't get stress and don't feel pain? I don't even think that any of this can be claimed. Because unless you are the person being shot in the head, how the fuck would you know that it doesn't hurt? I would imagine it hurts a little bit. I would imagine it hurts a little bit. I read way too much research about animal slaughter, specifically properties filters. Sorry, I've just noticed something. That's not good. Opacity 100, close. Okay, so I've read too much research about specifically cows being slaughtered, for instance, to even think that they don't feel anything. I mean, it could be that all the excess hormones that are found in the blood after slaughter, huge amount of hormones, by the way, just cortisol, adrenaline, everything. It could be just ANS, could be. But it actually could be the CNS as well, right? We don't know, Dennis. You don't know until you get shot in the head yourself. And then you can come back and tell us if it hurts or not. Guys annoying. Yeah, no, listen. We gotta be patient, Oluwale. We gotta be patient. Cows, pigs, sheep, even cats and dogs. Yeah, none of them existed like that before humans mingled with their genes. Yeah. Yeah, but GMO is a bit different. It's not. It is different, but I don't see the difference such that is really scares people. Whereas just The other stuff doesn't. I don't know. Just absolutely don't see the difference between the two. Difference that justifies like the freak out around GMOs. Seriously. Precision fermentation technology is being applied in the food and environment. I don't know about blah. Let's see. Please, precision fermentation technology for food production. Please note we at single-use support are experts at end-to-end processes for fully automated filling and freezing of biopharma. We freeze liquids, blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you. However, we would like to give you a holistic overview of precision fermentation. With precision fermentation technologies, food can now be produced without the use of living things, soil, or conventional farming practices, thanks to innovative technologies. Fucking can't wait for a precision fermented tomato. This not only, although tomatoes got better lately, I don't know, they don't smell like trash anymore. This not only increases the sustainability of production process, but would be good to have, I'm sorry, I'm a bit scattered today. It would be good to have a precision fermented tomato anyways, just like to avoid the other shit, like the shit and the soil and the water and the bees and all that stuff. Just give me like a bottle with the tomato seeds and juice in it. I'll be good. But it also has the potential to entirely change how we produce animal-free foods in the future by using less animal products, such as whey. The main benefit is that it offers a precise and regulated environment for the growth of microorganisms, so no more people are going to be dying from foodborne illnesses that are utilized to manufacture food ingredients like casein, vinegar, yeast, and other fermented dairy and protein products or ice cream. The production of source of alternative proteins, plant-based animal protein alternatives for plant-based foods, plant-based protein supplements, and alternative egg white, and meat production. We'll get to all of these. We're going to read about all of this. Is also accomplished using this method. By using this technology, it is possible to achieve high yield of food products while using fewer resources and reducing the carbon dioxide footprint of food production to fight climate change and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Just sounds like the best thing on earth. I don't know. What do you think, guys? How does this sound? It allows producing food in areas where traditional agriculture may not be possible due to environmental factors in ecosystem, like drought or soil degradation. This opens the possibility of providing food for people living in food insecure regions, producing all you need to send them is like a box of bacteria. Isn't that amazing? So food constituting of food security and sustainability of the supply chain. Fucking amazing. Vegans also like banning. I haven't seen any vegans. Banning. Well, yeah, you're banned if you are being bad faith from that, but almost nobody blocks you in there. Like seriously, like sometimes I like almost scream at Felix in DMs, like fucking ban this motherfucker, but he doesn't. So people are very, very light on the trigger, Alpha Caros. Precision fermentation for advanced therapies. Precision fermentation is, or in other words, bacterial and microbial fermentation is becoming an increasingly popular technology to produce biopharmaceuticals, such as recombinant proteins and bioconjugates. In the past, mammalian cell culture was favored by the microbial fermentation, but the trend is now shifting back towards, what are we reading? Precision fermentation for advanced therapies. Okay, we care about this a little less. I'm sorry. We're going to move on. Precision fermentation reshaped the dairy industry as we know it? ? My gender just changed. Precision fermentation stands at a crossroads between promise and skepticism, especially within the dairy industry. Emma Schofield from Mintel discusses the impact precision fermentation could have and obstacles it faces as it seeks to offer a new angle of how we produce dairy products. In the pursuit of sustainable, efficient food production, precision fermentation emerges as potential disruptor, challenging conventional norms in the dairy industry. Thank the fuck. That's why we need it. Right? Are you saying anything interesting? I don't know, guys. My attention is really fucked. Emma Schofield, Associate Director of Global Food Science at Mintel, shared insights for Europe, on consumer uptake of new technologies and alternative food ingredients, unraveling the promises and challenges that precision fermentation brings to the dairy landscape. Ancient roots of modern advancements. Precision fermentation, a contemporary technology, draws inspiration from age-old fermentation practices deeply rooted in ancient civilizations. Isn't that interesting? Look, guys, it's natural. We've been doing it for thousands of years. Seriously. So that's a plus for all those people who said that we've been doing it for thousands of years. The technology harnesses the power of microbial hosts such as yeast, microalgae, or bacteria as cell factories to produce specific functional ingredients, including enzymes, flavoring agents, vitamins, natural pigments, and fats. This process involves genetic engineering to create proteins and compounds that mimic the taste of texture of animal products without the need for traditional farming. By cultivating ingredients in brewery-style fermentation tanks, precision fermentation is regarded by advocates such as environmental campaigner George Monbiot, we like him, as an alternative to agricultural practices. Yes, George Monbiot is vegan. But he goes on more about the environment, but he is vegan. He says it could replace all the protein and fat we need, but at a fraction of land, water, energy, and nutrient footprint. What the fuck are we doing with this world? Seriously. What the fuck are we doing with this world, guys? We're acting like we humans. We're acting so fucking irrationally. When it comes to everything. We send trillions of sentient beings to slaughter every single year while ruining the environment, while starving entire nations for it, i.e. Africa, while destroying the health of people with huge amount of propaganda and brainwashing behind it. For fucking what? For fucking what? Sometimes it boggles the mind, really. People who argue with me that it's worth it for the betterment of the humankind. That happens sometimes. That's the claim somebody makes sometimes. How can they even make that claim? It's destroying the humankind and a bunch of other kinds with it. I'm just sometimes it really gets to me and I become desperate. And I try to do as much as I can, but I just don't know what to do and how to do it better sometimes. It's one of those moments just hit me really hard for some reason. It's just what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are you doing, Dennis? Motherfucker. Didn't forget about you, Alpha Carocyto, but you're a piece of shit. See, you're a piece of shit even more than you thought. Look at that. This approach has particularly transformative implications in the dairy industry, where it enables the grafting of dairy products with identical characteristics to traditional counterparts. While the precision fermentation method aligns with the growing demand for sustainable and efficient food production, it is still finding its footing in the market. Scofield notes the only real launches using precision fermented dairy are those featuring picture perfect days products. I haven't checked them out yet. ProFirm perfect day. Protein done better. ProFirm is already powering and growing category of sustainable dairy products. ProFirm is an earth-friendly way to future-proof your business while holding on to the thing that make our world so tasty and beautiful. It keeps hitting me. It keeps hitting me over the head. It's all for taste pleasure. Or delusion, in case of Dennis. Yep, I just called you a motherfucker. I should have called you a piece of shit, because then it wouldn't be like denigrating your mother. Well, you know, if you insult me back, it's gonna probably, YouTube is probably gonna block you anyways. But I don't deserve your insult. You do, Dennis. I don't know if you've been listening. I don't know if you care. Like, even if you don't care about animals, if you don't care about the sentient creatures whom you destroy, surely the betterment of the humankind would have gotten to you. Surely the fact that we destroy humankind with these foods would have gotten to you. I guess not. I do deserve you, so the... sorry, I don't understand. In my morality, you do just like I may for your morality. Well, I explained why. Do you have anything to say that is productive? His mother is the one to blame. Maybe it's his dad who fucked him up. More likely, I think. Anyways. If it hurt your feelings, Dennis, I apologize for calling you a motherfucker and a piece of shit. But, I don't know. I'm just looking for some reflection here, and I'm not finding it. It's really hard for me sometimes, you know. Because I genuinely like you, Dennis. I genuinely like Alpha Cars as well, the little troll. So it's really hard for me. Hey, what's up, Efrendo? A significant hurdle for precision fermented dairy lies in its genetically modified nature. So fucking what? The use of GM for food production in America isn't new. Consumers in the Americas are accustomed to it. But in Europe, many food and drink brands and supermarket chains can be quite anti-GM, illogically so. Navigating organic certification schemes, addressing consumer skepticism, and implementing effective... The thing that I said, guys, we have to start talking about the fact that GMOs are not a problem. And implementing effective communication strategies become imperative in this landscape. Seriously, if somebody can fucking point at the difference between selective breeding and genetical modification that makes genetical modification somehow worse than selective breeding, please somebody point that shit out for me, please. And please send me health outcomes. Because other than that, I just don't understand the panic. I just don't understand the panic. I wonder if your mom or your dad is the reason that I turned out like this. No, they taught me the wrong things. I had to climb myself out of the absolutely terrible life lessons that they taught me. And I had to heal from the trauma of being raised in a racist, classist, and speciesist, obviously, family, who doesn't do logic, who doesn't do feelings, who doesn't do empathy. I had to climb myself out of this. I hope this happens to you too, Dennis, but I don't know. But you still haven't answered the actual point, as usual. This is becoming like a reoccurring thing, right? I ask you something and then you go on into something else. You're veering into something else. The point is, Dennis, that the way you eat doesn't just destroy the sentient animals that you don't care about. It also destroys the environment and other aspects of human betterment. It's degrading the human condition. Do you care? Well, welcome to online, Dennis. I started receiving death threats. So please cry more about me calling you a generic, the most generic insult on fucking earth. I don't think the animals I eat do that. It's just delusion. Okay. So it's just delusion. That's how it goes, guys. It's delusion. Dennis doesn't know that grass-fed animals contribute more to the degradation of environment, not less. Doesn't know that. Because they are grown for longer, because they eat grass, they reduce more gases. You produce more gases and stuff. So, yeah. Do I take them seriously? Yeah, of course. Of course I take them seriously. I mean, not to the point that I think they'll do it, but to the point that I think that a person means it. Right? And that's why factory farming stays. Thank you, Alpha Caros, for proving once again just how much of a piece of shit you are. Consumer reluctance to shift from traditional dairy adds another layer of complexity. Schofield points out that consumer may not be ready for the shift from farm to factory, particularly in regions where traditions and food heritage. This is why. It's just bullshit, just like piles of bullshit. I'm getting dystopian. Somebody help me out of it. For real. I thought it was gonna be like a restful chill stream. Let's move on to something else. So that precise fermentation, real dairy without the cows. Imagine drinking a frothy creamy milkshake or maybe a cheesy melty slice of pizza with a perfect cheese pool. Perhaps you start your day with a foamy cappuccino or a bowl of your favorite yogurt topped with berries. Now imagine enjoying your favorite dairy-filled treats, but ones that weren't produced with cow-made milk. Dennis, I don't know what I expected from you, frankly. You're a raw carnivore, so... I mentioned another thing, right? I mentioned the health aspect. So I bet you think that's bullshit too, don't you? Just how many people should die from eating this way? But Dennis is a young buck. He doesn't think about long term yet. The crux question, would any of you vegans consume synthesized dairy? Of course. Why not? I'm not much of a cheese person, but eggs, yeah, I would. For sure. Why not? How many people will... almost nobody, because there is no evidence for it at all. Dennis. We do have evidence when there is corpse. There is lots of parasites in there. Whether they're detrimental to your health is something that we're going to have to see. But, you know, we have like somebody like Sverige, as like a representative of raw carnivory. And he ended up almost dying because he ate raw meat. So, I don't know. Is one anecdote convincing? No. Is the fact that we know that, generally speaking, corpses have parasites in them convincing? Well, it's on you, Dennis. That's on you. Tofu brought out scramble in the UK. What's your evidence for raw carnivore not being healthy? Well, we have evidence for, beef increasing cardiovascular disease. The cooking of the meat is not the thing that is creating the compounds that affect cardiovascular disease. It's inherent to the meat. So whether you cooked it or not is irrelevant. He stopped eating as a whole and tried. No, but he also he also had parasites. He almost died because he had like parasite infection. And look at RFK, Jesus. Lost half of his brain, at least. I'm being facetious for a purpose. At least you try to answer the question like Dennis Alpha. It's just bullshit and deflect, yeah. Maybe we should feed them to each other. I don't know, just thinking out loud. Don't take me seriously, by the way, Dennis and Alpha Caros. I'm just experiencing very public dystopia. That's what's happening here. I'm going down the pit of hell. 600 million tons of milk are produced annually, which require huge amounts of water, food, and land to raise, all the while releasing methane, a climate-warming gas, into the atmosphere, while plant-based milks, cheese, and other dairy products have become more plentiful to offer alternative to traditional dairy. They often don't replicate the original taste and texture, as the cheese might not be as melty. Or the milk not as frothy. I'm gonna faint, get me my fainting salts. That's where the precise fermentation comes in. Companies, including many food technology startups, have begun making products identical in taste, texture, and nutrient to traditional dairy from cows. Just had the thought Dennis is probably gonna ask like a replication of raw dairy with all the with all the health hazards in it. All right. How is it to give answers? Because it took you like three attempts to give me actual answer, Dennis. Historically precise fermentation. Well, okay, let's continue. Cultured meat production fueled by fermentation. I don't know what this is. I just saw it that it had fermentation in it. Could be relevant, could be not, guys. You're gonna have to forgive me. Cultured meat has emerged as a breakthrough technology to produce meat outside the animals, which will not only be nutritious and protein-rich, but also mimic the organoleptic properties of conventional meat. However, being in nascent stage, cultured meat technology is facing various limitations. Fermentation, on the other hand, has existed for centuries and is traditionally associated with texture. Listen, guys, this is the selling point. It's traditional. We've been doing it for thousands of years. They won't have an answer for that. Well, it's not fine for health, so I don't know what you're talking about, Dennis. It's not fine for health. We can extrapolate from the evidence that we have that eating carnivore increases your risk of at least cardiovascular disease. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it for you guys. Look at that. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, you can. This carnivore had a stroke. He doubles down on denying any role of cholesterol. Previous LDL-C, 340 milligrams per deciliter, pushing back against his doctors. His channel is filled with carnivore keto LDL talk, crediting the cholesterol skeptics and the LMHR gang. Stupid. People are stupid. Carnivores need to deny reality in order to continue doing it. Let's continue. Should one use this as evidence for LDL practices playing a causal role in stroke risk? No, we have other evidence for that. The evidence is plentiful. It's insane at this point. He's not raw carnivore dieter. Well, the compounds that make LDL higher are just inherent compounds to beef. They're not created in the cooking of the beef. One more time. Isn't it? Your LDL is 400. Guys, say goodbye to Dennis at some point. We're going to have to say goodbye to him. Why not? Why not now? Why not now? It could be that his dyslipidemia played no role, but it's highly unlikely. And I hope that's the case, as it's staying along for the ride. So he continues on his carnivore diet. That's what Gary is trying to say here. Up. Nope. One more slide. Yeah. Yeah. People are victimized by information. This is our culture. I agree with Gary, and I'm feeling it right now. Doctors and scientists make up a substantial proportion of the cholesterol skeptics in carnivore advocates, lending plenty of credence to the claims that circulate, right? Because the carnivore dieting has like 5 or 6 doctors who say it's fine. It's okay. 700 LDL. No worries. Remember this carnivore dieter who had a stroke and is now plant-based for the most part. Remember this one. By the way, how old are you, Dennis? CAC score means nothing. Dennis, I'm sorry to tell you. You've been duped. You have a no, that's the wrong word. You have a new argument for not caring about animals. But the rest, it seems to you, 23. The rest, it seems that you've been dissuaded from the truth, I'm sorry to say. Scientific evidence for dyslipidemia causing the increase of risk of cardiovascular disease is staggering at this point. But you can continue, my darling, no worries. See you in a few. So, however, being in blah, blah, blah. Fermentation, on the other hand, has existed for centuries and is traditionally associated with textural and flavor and enhancements in food. It's also incredibly helpful. That's one of the reasons that chocolate is healthy. Not many people know that chocolate is a fermented food. I learned from Nick formerly known as the Nutrivore. So fermented food are incredible. The recent development in the fermentation technology have garnered increased interest among the players in the alternative protein sector. This paper discusses how the incorporation of fermentation technology, especially biomass and precision fermentation, into the manufacturing process of cultivated meat, so it can help cultivated meat as well, so it's not either or, can potentially alleviate or even eliminate some of its limitation. We have also discussed the technology that product photos, blah, blah, blah. So looks boring as fuck. If you want any of those links, let me know, by the way, guys. From animal-free dairy to gas proteins, fermentation has a new certification. Chick-free schnitzel by No Chick. So that's a product that you can already buy. Fermented schnitzel, I guess. After launching C-Label, Swiss organization V-Label has released a new certification mark for fermentation-derived proteins in a bid to address confusion about vegan-friendly labels on these products. I don't know what the confusion is. It's vegan. So this is you can just read this one. I'm losing patience, frankly, but we must continue. Hold on. So, my precious, these eggs are made with precision fermentation, and consumers are eager to try them. I am. I know I am. Understanding the science behind lab-grown food might help with acceptance. Wait, is it precision ferment? Oh, lab-grown, they mean just like, right. It didn't come out of the chicken butt, so it's lab-grown. Right, this is small. Let's make it bigger. Consumers are ready for lab-brewed eggs. Oh boy, am I. According to new research. The study conducted by the synthetic biology company FOMO and Singapore Management University surveyed just over 3,000 consumers on their willingness to try precision fermented eggs and found a majority of consumers would be interested in trying or buying the product. The research adds, well, this is another proof that this product should exist, guys. If it could replace some of the chicken butt food, the ass food. The research adds to growing buzz around the precision fermentation industry, sometimes called animal-free in addition to lab-brewed, which is currently predicted to reach a value of $36 billion in 2050. Maybe I should invest in this shit. I'm looking something to invest in, but I only invest in one thing. I don't have enough money for that. Like, if I lose that money, I'm gonna be genuinely sad. But what are these foods and how are they made? Future of the vegan egg market now includes precision fermentation. The future of the vegan egg market, like most alternative proteins, is somewhat up in the air. Still, at least some of the market predictors look good. According to the research from the firm blah, 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 the vegan egg industry is expected to grow by nearly $1 billion in the next 5 years. I don't know, Dennis. I don't know. Just get over it. Get over it. You're like a raw vegan. It's a stupid thing to do. Get over it. Just get out of it now. Just drop your LDL to normal size. I joined VPM stream. First comment I see is of the non-vegan who claims he's not obsessed with veganism every day. Look, it's fine. It's fine. I like Dennis around, especially when he doesn't like ping me during my debates. We are having a nice conversation in my Discord server. Still kind of weird. It's a bit circular, I think. But I don't know what Dennis has answered so far, so we'll see. But yeah. Most vegan versions of eggs on the market today are made with plant-based ingredients like chickpea flour, mung beans, turmeric, and potato starch. Precision fermented eggs, on the other hand, are made by tweaking bacteria to produce proteins identical to those found in animal eggs, though no actual animals are part of the process. It's not really animal-based, it's not really plant-based, it's third category of products. Love it. That's a good way to look at it. I'm so sorry. Well, Nilf, you are not as dedicated to the vegan movement as Dennis is. That's why. Shame on you. When I'm joking. When it's eventually sold in stores, the product will be packaged and sold as battered eggs. A yellowy liquid that can be poured into pans and fried into scrambled eggs or maybe an omelette. Since the technology underlying the process is kind of akin of brewing a beer or fermenting soy sauce, and there are no genetically modified ingredients in the final product, the small letters there. Most precision fermentation companies don't have steep regulatory hurdles to clear. Well, yeah, that's a good point, actually, right? Because most GMO crops are fed to animals anyways, right? And it's not like beef is like labeled GMO after that, is it? Well, I don't know. I would have to check, frankly speaking. Karen is more dedicated than to the vegan movement than vegans. I think so. I think Dennis is very dedicated. I appreciate the viewership, frankly. People are ready to switch, says Thomas, who is an employee of Formal. The company plans to launch the animal-free egg brand. What comes third? That sounds like a cool name. Later this year. The research conducted by the group Innovate Animal Egg backs this up, funding similar consumer interest in egg alternative. Most consumers are unaware of the egg industry practice of cooling male chicks at birth, and some of them in my chat don't care. But upon learning of the practice, 73% of the survey respondents felt the egg industry should find an alternative. There you go, guys. 73% might adopt this new egg situation. The eggs of the future. Again, about precision fermentation of the egg. Yeah, it's an interesting name. Given the ubiquity of eggs in global food supply. Well, we read about eggs. Let's move on to honey. Bee-free honey. Developed via precision fermentation for global market. Well, it's almost useless, I'm gonna say, right? Because aren't there like vegan honey replacements that like taste basically almost identical, made from apples and shit. It's like weird. It's like weird, but I guess. Yeah, Dennis, I appreciate the fact that you are willing to converse, but you gotta, I don't know, I don't want to sound too patronizing, but you gotta wake up, son. 400 LDL is not good news for you. It's not. In the Netherlands, Fooditive is working on another novel ingredient, a precision fermentation derived honey alternative. We catch up with founded blah blah blah. Ingredients startup likes to tackle the big issues from diet-related disease to climate change. The Dutch supply innovative portfolio ranging from vegan casein to calorie-free sweetener and sodium-reduced salt substitute. Isn't that all amazing? Reflects its aim of delivering healthy, affordable food. Fooditive's most recent innovation aims to similarly support this goal with climate change front of mind. The startup is leveraging precision fermentation to develop a substitute For honey, a product that Fooditive CEO, founder, name that I might butcher, but I'll give it a try. Moayad Abushokedim. I tried. Fears will become much less available in the coming years. Honey will become inaccessible. It's not really needed. But, honeybees are the world's major pollinators, responsible for pollinating more than 70% of cultivated crops globally. Being cold-blooded, bees are impacted by the temperature of their surroundings. Climate change, therefore, could negatively impact their biology, behavior, and distribution. So the non-vegans in my chat are trying to destroy everything. Is how I read this. As temperatures rise, the availability of food for bees could also be reduced. Drought severity in some regions is already having a detrimental effect on honey production via direct impacts on water resources and nectar availability. Dennis, answer me another question. The farmers who slaughter your animals, how long are they locking up the animals at the end of their life? Is it 1 month or 3 months? Let me know. Fooditives. Should I give it another try? Abushokedim, I think, expects this trend will continue. Sadly, a lot of people don't realize we are struggling with climate change. We should all carry the responsibility to contribute better products that are made with love for a better future. Honey will not be accessible to so many people in 10 years' time, either because it will be difficult to obtain or too expensive. Fooditives developing bee-free honey to ensure future supply, blah. Who cares? I'm losing my will to live, I'm not gonna lie. 6 precision fermentation companies blazing the trail. Precision fermentation, well, we're not going to read about it again. While concepts of precision fermentation may be new to some, it has become a mainstay technology for many companies in the food and beverage industry. Furthermore, recent innovations in science and technology have enabled new levels of activity in the sector, from the production of specialty ingredients that can be used in plant-based cooking. I can't breathe. Oh my God, the allergies. To opening up a whole new world of alternative protein sources. So what is the current state of the precision fermentation market in 2023? This is from 2023, not very updated, I guess. Dennis is dodging again. That's all right. In order to address these questions, you can say you don't know, Dennis. It's a valuable thing to say. You just don't know, right? Fermented locally, yep. Health outcome data, even though I'm not keen on GMOs. I don't know why. I asked you the question, the farmers who slaughter the animals for you, whom you eat, how long do they lock up the animals at the end of their life? Is it 1 month or 3 months? We've made sure to include a diverse range of products, from precision fermentation, ice cream, through specialty ingredients like animal fats or honey made with the bees. And we'll start with the category that's currently dominating the sector. Precision fermentation dairy, precision fermentation milk, which is different from dairy somehow, precision fermentation cheese, precision fermentation ice cream. This is not precision fermentation eggs. That looks good. Precision fermentation honey. Not mentioned in the meat. Interesting. Precision fermentation animal fats. I guess that's... there you go. Wagyu beef, precision fermented. I'm joking. It's probably like a picture of an actual animal being after they've been slaughtered. All right. Achieve your own success. meaning give us money. What else do I have here? I think one last thing. Precision fermentation for improving the quality, flavor, and safety and sustainability of foods. If you don't want to be the piece of shit responsible for the detriment of the humankind and all other animals and plants on Earth, if you care about plants about as much as you care about animals, you should probably not eat animals. Ask them and let me know. Let me know in the next stream. Yeah, the next chill stream. Don't let me know in the other streams because I don't look at the chat that much. So, if the food industry is unremittingly committed to improving the quality of food. This includes efforts to increase nutritional value, extend shelf life, improve color and flavors, and reduce safety risks. The industry also ask them if what's up, Twisted. Also ask them, Dennis, if it's okay that you experience the no pain death once, right? Because you really want to know that the animals that you eat don't feel pain when they are slaughtered. So ask your friend farmers if they are willing to oblige to give you your own experience. So just to make sure, right? The industry is also increasingly concerned with sustainability of the food production system, with the potential for the global population to reach 10 billion by the year 2100. The industry is expected to face 50 to 80% surge in global food demand as compared with current level. This underscores the urgency of reevaluating our food production to ensure the sustainable and resilient future food supply. Microbial fermentation has been widely used to produce fermented foods and food ingredients. In addition to fermented foods such as beer, wine, and cheese, microbial fermentation is currently used to produce various other products, including, there's that word again, chymosin, I think, for curd, or is it chymosin? Is it like chitin? So chymosin, probably. For curd formation. Oh, it's chymosin is the thing that is in rennet that makes cheese, right? For curd formation in cheese manufacturing, monosodium glutamate, for enhancing savory flavors, and citric acid for providing the sour taste in soft drinks. With the recent technological process in metabolic engineering and synthetic biology, microbial fermentation has evolved into precision fermentation. Right, guys, you can read this as well. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think of precision fermentation so far? Gave you a little quick overview. Literally haven't prepared much. Literally prepared in the last 15 minutes. So definitely let me know what you think about this. Is this the future? Is it scary because of the GMO thingies? Is it? Are you gonna eat the fermented cheese? I mean, precision fermented cheese. If it doesn't have like actual dairy in it. And actual rennet in it. So what's up? What do you think? My chat is always so quiet. If you can make it cheaper than regular meat, then it's good, otherwise useless. Maybe, but I bet, don't you pay like more for like a better product sometimes, Alphacaros? So surely. Like if it's a better product on many modalities, surely you're gonna pay a little more for it, right? Oh man, I forgot whom I'm talking to. Every time I just have so much hope in my heart. Every single time I talk to Alphacaros as if he has morals. I don't know why. I always buy the cheapest meat. Thank you for being predictably a piece of shit. I appreciate it, really. One day I will learn. One day I will stop the hope. One day you will kill the hope in my heart, Alphacaros. I'll eat anything that doesn't exploit animals. Simple. There you go, Nilf. Thank you for being the light at the end of the light of the tunnel. Amazing. Why would you think that avocados would choose something that doesn't benefit himself most? Hope. I told you, Dennis. I have hope for most people I interact with. But slowly and surely, you two are killing it. For sure. Right, guys. I think I will continue with my day of relative rest. My hair is fluffy today. Oh my God, Twisted. It's nice seeing you here. Really appreciate you. Yeah, right, I'm gonna run off. So thank you very much for coming, and I'll see you next time.